All right, guys, I am back and I think we're pretty close. This is going to be week 9, episode 1, I believe. Though I generally try to look to make sure I'm right on the weeks, but I think last week was week 8, so this would be week 9. So I apologize in advance if this isn't the actual week 9. Anyways, so I've done a couple of things, and like I mentioned last week, the pockets, normally I would go in order. But there's just some that are going to need to go out of order because we're making some with the kits. And I still have yet to find one of the smaller ephemera kits, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. We may have to improvise and choose some wrapping paper or something like that to use. So yeah, let's get started on this pocket, and we're going to do this one for Monday because it's adorable and it's turning out to be my absolute favorite pocket, and it's super cute and super simple. And super quick. Did I say super quick? Quick, simple, and cute. There you go. I'll just say that. So this is basically what the final pocket is going to look like. And again, we'll put some type of kit decoration or something on the front of it. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to pull some of my other Christmas stamps that are just a tiny bit smaller than this, and we'll just kind of stamp them there, is what I'm thinking. When we start putting them in the journals, then it'll kind of come together, and then we'll kind of decorate. It usually all comes together like that. And if you're new to the challenge this year, you'll kind of see how it all flows together in the next 2 weeks. Or actually, technically after this week, then the following 2 weeks. We'll work on covers and kits and all of that jazz. So, anywho, yeah, so let's just get started. Again, super simple. And most of these are the same width. But it appears maybe not these two, which it's okay. We'll just, again, we'll improvise. What I'm trying really hard to do is not have any scraps by the end of this project, because what normally happens is I end up having like a ton of scraps, and then then we have to do a big cleanup, and so, and which I don't mind doing the cleanup because that's one of my favorite parts too. But if we can mitigate it and I can get a lot of these recorded, then like ahead of time, then I can move the studio and then I'll feel less stressed. And yeah, that's been like a whole conversation this week. Cause I will, as soon as this moves, and I think this is what's stopping me, as soon as I move my stuff back to the other room, the whole entire living room is going to be naked as a jaybird. And I'm not quite ready to buy new furniture for the living room, so I'm kind of just don't want to look at a big wide open space, right? So I think that's part of it, why I haven't been like gung-ho. Isn't it weird, the things you discover about yourself when you start really thinking about, why am I procrastinating so much? Well, that would be it. So while I'm excited to move back there, as far as like kind of, like I was saying kind of before, I won't have to make sure it's as picked up. Like I can kind of spread my projects out again. Still, right? Like I don't want to look. It's just gonna feel like empty and sad, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that probably like Black Friday sales will be just like out of this world. And I'll be able to afford to get one then. So anywho, all right. So that's one set kind of done. And then these are just 3 by 2.5 or 2. Yeah, 3 by 2. We're just making little tiny little booklet looking things. And I debated whether to actually make the little booklets, but I really think that I kind of just, like the pockets just aren't going to be wide enough to hold them. So that's another reason why I kind of decided. And you can absolutely put these on your scoreboard and do it that way. I just, for right now, it just seems easier to do it this way. So, anywho, so life is good. Hoping that you guys are having a good start to your week. Because obviously this one will air on Monday. Yeah, so then as far as the challenge, I think this week we'll finish up like the majority of the pockets, and then there'll be 2. And I think how it's going to work is there's going to be a little bit, like, I think the last 2 pockets, instead of taking 2 of the days next week for videos, I think what'll happen is I'll do 1 for Monday. So that'll finish out our pockets. Cause they're just really, they're going to be like silly simple, right? Because one is the belly band type thing. And then one's kind of like the side pockets or the fold out that we're going to do, or that we did. And so I think it would just be easier just to make like essentially 6 cards all in one swoop. Oh, excuse me. I haven't really eaten today. And so, yeah, I got a little bit of acid reflux going on. It's mostly because I wasn't hungry, right? Not for any other particular reason necessarily, but yeah. So again, I think that's next week. And I think next Wednesday's video, I'm going to roll out the kits that we're going to be using. And then we'll start on, that's not it. We'll start on the covers. So, and I can tell you one of the kits is one of Amy at Crafty Cat's new Santa kits. It's almost like she heard me in the video saying I want it. It's so cute. And yeah, so all that to say, that's where the main body of the kit, and I've got to print out like a couple of them, like a couple of the pages, because normally I don't. Oh, I guess I did last year, right? Yeah, okay, so I did use Amy's Reason for the Season ones, and so then yeah, that kind of it kind of just worked out that we used some of the kit papers and then some like dyed papers and stuff like that. And I still want to try to get at least a video done of like the different ways that I dye the papers, so that yeah. And I know already Connie's going to be like, you need to turn it into a digital. And I'm going to be like, yes, I know, but I don't know any of that technology stuff. And so like, ugh, I'm terrible at it. Like absolutely terrible. Yeah, I do not do well with technology at all, ever. Whew. I know, it's like inking is so boring sometimes, but I don't know. For me, I find it therapeutic, just the sound, kind of going over the paper. And I notice that if I'm not hearing if I don't hear that sound for like a couple of days, it like kind of sends my mind through a loop, and until I start hearing it again, and then I'm like, oh, paper, I've missed you. All right, let's stuff these cute little pockets. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're going to have to, I probably will make these for the fall journals that we're working on. Cause I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of addicted to them. And then since I put this one a little higher, and it could be a little cute with like a little cluster right there. Oh, I'm so excited. This is my favorite pocket of the season. I don't know why. I mean, it's just really like simple and easy, but yeah, this pocket makes me smile. And I think out of like all the scraps I have over here, I think, because you can totally change kind of the look of them a little bit, right? Like with, you know, different pattern paper, right? Like it wouldn't have to be like specific for just like Christmas or, you know, any of that. Like you could totally make some for like a men's journal if you wanted to, right? And you just decorate accordingly, right? Okay, so here are our 3 and technically my 4 because we have the prototype. Right. Oh my goodness, so stinking cute. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, thank you for joining me, and we'll just see you in the next video. Bye.